how to prime your fat loss. No matter what program you plan to do, what diet you plan to join, there are things you can do right now to make fat loss in 2024 much easier, because all programs, all diets operate under the same two scientific laws. They just leverage the laws a little bit differently. So the same strategies are going to help prime your body for fat loss no matter what diet or what program you're going to choose in January. So to maximize the effectiveness, first you need to understand how fat loss works. And like I said, there's two scientific laws at play. The law of thermodynamics is the first one. This is what I'm sure you've heard called calories in, calories out. You have to be in some kind of caloric deficit to lose weight. The fancy word for this is you have to be in a negative energy balance. You need to be burning through more calories than you're taking in. Okay. The type of weight you lose, whether it's water, whether it's muscle, whether it's fat, is going to depend on how they leverage this science, what strategies they use to make this science happen, but it all works the same way, okay? But how long it works is going to depend on how long it is until you reach this second scientific law, which is adaptive thermogenesis, aka metabolic adaptation. You may have heard it called a plateau, okay? And when that second law hits, you stop seeing results, and then you have to change your strategies. Most programs are going to tell you, because they're operating under that eat less, exercise more, to again, eat less, so they're going to cut your calories even more, or tell you to move more and exercise more and burn through more calories. That's not really how we operate, but that's not really the training for today. But everyone has experienced this. It works great. The diet works great until it doesn't anymore, or until you can't sustain it anymore. So to maximize the results of your New Year's diet, we have to maximize the amount of time that you can be in that first law and experience the negative energy balance before it's no longer a negative energy balance. It's just energy's balanced, okay? So the number one thing you can do to maximize the amount of time you spend losing weight before you hit a plateau is to start with a healthy metabolism and balanced hormones. The higher your metabolism, the faster your metabolism, the more balanced and healthy your hormone profile is, the better any weight loss program, any fat loss program is going to work for you. So here's the million-dollar question. How are you going to do that? How are you going to balance your hormones and increase your metabolism to prime your body for fat loss in 2024? Here is your step-by-step practical tips, okay? Number one, we're not going to diet through the holidays. Dieting restrictions slows your metabolism down. What we're doing is trying to speed it up. We're also the goal is not to gain weight through the holidays. What we're going to try to do is just maintain what you currently have. So we're not going to be focused on losing, but we're not having a free-for-all either. And there's this middle ground in there, this balance is what we're trying to work for. And this is what it's going to look like for the holiday season. You're going to enjoy Mamaw's mac and cheese that she makes for Christmas and Thanksgiving, okay? But maybe we're not going to take home a Tupperware full to eat for leftovers over the next week, okay? You're going to make a plate of things that you love at the events when you show up, okay? With no guilt, you're going to enjoy everything on your plate. But you're not going to stand around the food table and just graze mindlessly. Okay, you're going to enjoy the drinks, you're going to enjoy the food, you're going to enjoy the celebrations and the parties, but you're not going to let it be a reason that you throw your whole day away and eat McDonald's for breakfast and whatever you're not just going to throw the whole day away because you have one celebration, okay? This is going to help you find balance and work towards breaking up with that toxic all or nothing mindset. Think of it like this. There's about 170 meals between now and the new year. Okay, so between Christmas and Thanksgiving events, maybe there's like 10-ish of them. Maybe you've got like 3 Thanksgiving and like 10 Christmas events you're going to go to. So those 10 events are not going to send you into 2024 worse than you are right now. Okay, there's nothing you can do in 10 meals that's going to make you that bad off over the course of the next 8 weeks. But the key is you have to be mindful of what you're doing in the other 160 meals. It's not what you do on occasion, it's what you do consistently. So that's where we're going to find that balance. We're going to enjoy during the 10 events, but we're going to be very mindful in the other 160. And what are we going to be mindful to do? Number one, we're going to be mindful to prioritize protein. At every meal, at every snack, start with protein. Protein is going to help build and maintain muscle mass. Plus, it's the most filling macronutrient, the most filling thing that you can eat. So you're not going to be hungry. Not to mention, it's going to help balance blood sugar. So it's going to help with the cravings and balance your insulin levels. I'm sure you probably have heard that insulin is also called the master hormone. So if you want to balance your hormones, the best place to start is by balancing the master hormone. Okay, and one way you can do that is eating protein first at every single meal. Another thing you can do is strength train. Your metabolism lives in your muscles. So the more muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism is. The faster your metabolism is, the better your New Year's diet is going to work. If you're currently doing no strength training, pick up one day a week. You don't have to do it all. Remember, you just have to do something. So start by incorporating maybe one strength training workout a week, or just consider adding in more movement. Even if you can't strength train, maybe go for walks or a recovery ride on your Peloton bike. Stand instead of sit at your desk. Park further away. Go, find a walking buddy on your lunch break, okay? If you're currently doing like 4,000 steps in a day, make your goal 5,000 steps. And then maybe in January, you can bump that up to 6,000 steps, okay? This is just going to leave you in a better place now, or come January, than you are right now. And that's the ultimate goal, is to prime your body now so you start January better than you are right now, okay? Another thing you can do is focus on whole foods, okay? Whole foods are anything that grew in the ground or had a mother. These foods are going to be more nutritious. They're going to be less inflammatory, so you're going to experience like less joint pain, less bloat, that kind of thing. You're going to eat less automatically when you focus on whole foods. So think about a food in its whole food form, a potato, versus its processed form, a potato chip. You can probably eat 7 bags of potato chips, but you probably can't sit down and eat 7 potatoes, because foods in their most whole food form are more filling, more nutritious. They're going to have more fiber in them. Again, fiber is going to balance your blood sugar. Again, your insulin levels help regulate that master hormone that's turning on and off all the other hormones. Whole foods are just super important for, like I said, the nutrition, for the less inflammation. You're going to eat less automatically. It's also going to begin to shift your taste buds away from the sugary, fatty foods and onto you're not have as much cravings. Okay. Another thing you can start doing is sleep. Sleep is the ultimate fat loss hack. We're going to increase the quantity and quality of sleep, okay? So I want you to try to go to bed a little bit earlier. If you're currently getting like 6 hours, maybe try for 6.5. I'd love to see you working up to like 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. If you're getting 8 hours of sleep each night, your fat loss efforts are going to be much more effective come January. Sleep is the ultimate fat loss hack. Hydration is another one. Any program out there is going to want you to properly hydrate, so it'd be a good habit to start getting into. About half your body weight in ounces of water is a good goal. Also reducing your stress, or working on stress management for the stress that you can't take away. I know it's kind of comical through the holiday season. I'm like, reduce your stress during the most stressful time of the year. But if you can start to learn to incorporate like prayer or meditation or breath work or journaling or something to help reduce or eliminate some of the stressors in your life, you're going to be in a much better place again to lose fat come January. Stress raises your cortisol levels. When your cortisol levels are high, it's directly linked to belly fat retention. Your body's in this constant fight or flight mode, so it's going to hold on to fat as a fuel reserve, because it doesn't know, it can't distinguish, like cortisol's high, your body has no idea if it's about to have to run from a tiger or fight off a bear or host 30 people at Thanksgiving. Your body has no idea what the stress is coming from, but learning how to properly manage it or reduce it is going to be huge towards your fat loss goals. And then the last thing I want you to focus on is getting your mindset right, okay? If you want lasting change for your body, it's all going to start with your mindset. Every action is first a thought. So when you change your thoughts, you change your actions. When you change your actions, you ultimately change your body. So think about, are you wanting to lose the weight as fast as possible, or are you wanting to learn to be a person who weighs less? Okay, think about your goals. Are you wanting, or are your goals like outcome based? Like, I'm not going to be happy unless I reach this specific lose X number of pounds, because you can't always control what your body does, but you can control what you do with your body. You can control your habits. So I'd love to see you shift your goals into more habit-based, or, like I want to go for 5 walks a week. I want to incorporate 1 vegetable into each meal, something that you can actually control. You're going to feel a lot more success When you feel successful, you're going to be a lot more consistent with it. When you're consistent with it, you're going to see a lot more results long term. So you don't have to be extreme with it. You just have to be consistent. And then also think about your why. Why are you wanting to join a diet or a program in January? Why are you wanting to lose the weight? Is it to get healthier? Is it to fit in a pair of pants? Is it simply the way your body looks? Is it the way your body feels? Why are you wanting to do this? Because when your why goes deeper than just the vanity of your body, you're going to be more likely to stay consistent when that motivation leaves, when that determination leaves come mid-January, early February. You're going to be more likely to stick with it if your why is more meaningful. So start thinking about that. Why are you wanting to do this? And thinking about all of these things will help you pick a program that's best for you and your goals, okay? So I just listed off like 8 or 9 different healthy habits that you can start incorporating. Do not incorporate all of them right now. Pick one, maybe 2 that you feel you can do pretty consistently, and then do it for 3 to 4 weeks. Once you feel pretty consistent with those 1 or 2, then habit stack 1 more habit in there to go along with that. Because remember, you don't have to do it all, but by simply doing something, you're going to get a little better each and every day. And that little bit better each and every day over the course of the next 170 meals. So over the course of the next like 56 days or so until we get to the new year, you're going to be a whole lot better off than where you are right now. And that's the ultimate goal, because remember, consistency beats intensity every single time. And these habits are not only going to help you start January in a better place, but it's also going to help you thrive through the holiday season. So you are in a better place mentally and physically when you begin to tackle those goals in January. I hope this was helpful.